Screams echoed through the air as the blast shattered the early morning calm in Tel Aviv. Single missile Leslin and deadly had slipped past Israel's famed Iron Dome, slamming into the side of a high-rise apartment building. In seconds, concrete was torn apart, windows blown out for blocks, and lives instantly thrown into chaos. As civilians rushed for cover and sirens wailed across the city, one elite team was already moving trained for this exact moment. CNN's cameras followed them inside what could be a death trap, risking it all to bring the world a first-hand view of what happens in the critical moments after an Iranian missile strike. The moment the alert flashed on military monitors, the rescue unit sprang into action. Inside a fortified command center on the outskirts of Tel Aviv, the air was thick with tension. Dozens of red dots blinked across digital maps, each one a possible impact site. But one stood out. A dense residential neighborhood, multiple floors, hundreds of lives. Within minutes, a decision was made. Team would deploy. CNN embedded with Israel's elite search and rescue unit as they sped through the city's empty streets. Every second counted. The damage reports were still unclear, the danger still very real. Missiles could strike again. But their job wasn't to wait, it was to act at the strike site. The destruction was impossible to ignore. The front face of the high-rise had been torn away like paper. Concrete slabs hung dangerously. Glass covered the roads. Cars were reduced to twisted metal. From above, it looked like a bomb had dropped straight from the sky, and, in a way, it had as. The team approached. They split into groups. Some checked for structural integrity, eyes trained on cracks and shifting weight that could mean collapse. Others rushed into the building. Guns slung to their backs, helmets on, hearts pounding. CNN's Jeremy Diamond followed behind them, his voice hushed but steady inside. Darkness, dust. Silence broken only by the creaking of damaged beams and the crunch of boots over broken glass. Apartment by apartment, floor by floor they moved. Flashlights cut through the smoke. Names were shouted. Doors kicked in. Anyone alive could be trapped, injured, unconsciously. The 9th floor, they found her. An elderly woman, confused and trembling, locked in her bathroom. The blast had destroyed the hallway, leaving her trapped in the only room with reinforced walls. She had Serva-Vedbet, barely a medic, crouched beside her, whispering reassurances in Hebrew, while another soldier secured the path for evacuation outside. A new danger loomed. Reports were coming in another missile barrage could be on its way. The team had minutes, maybe less, to clear the building. But they didn't rush. Every room was checked. Every voice was called out to. This wasn't just about saving lives, it was about not leaving anyone behind. Dawn broke over Tel Aviv. The true scale of the damage came into view. Entire sections of the building had collapsed inward. What used to be living rooms and kitchens were now rubble. And yet, in the chaos, there was precision. The rescue team's calm under pressure was chilling to witness. They had trained for this, over and over again. But no drill could match the real thing saw as cameras rolled, as survivors were brought out, some injured, most in shock. Children clutching blankets. Parents staring blankly at the shell of their home. One man sat on the sidewalk, blood trickling from a cut above his eye, holding a small dog that hadn't left his side. These were the lucky ones. Back in the command center, Lieutenant Colonel Golan Landsberg reviewed the data. Video feeds, heat sensors, drone footage all poured into their system in real time. They weren't just reacting. They were calculating, anticipating, planning for the next strike, because everyone knew this wasn't over, and it wasn't. As the rescue unit regrouped, new siren pierced the air. Another missile. Another target. Another race against time, and once again, these soldiers would be the first to run toward danger. While the world watches from afar, they walk into the fire.